Man, that music, Todd, it triggers me. It gets me in this mode of like, I get to talk about Scrum. Makes me happy.
In this case, the Agile Manifesto.
Yeah, welcome to today's episode of Your Daily Scrum. I'm professional Scrum trainer Ryan Ripley. This gentleman with me is professional Scrum trainer Todd Miller. Together we run Agile for Humans, the premier Scrum and Kanban training company in the world. Something like that. We co-wrote Premier. Fixing Your Scrum, Practical Solutions to Common Scrum Problems. That's our book, community.agileforhumans.com. That's where everyone gets together to talk about the shows, and they ask their questions, and they actually put situations that they get help with, and lots of great stuff out there. Check it out. Like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Leave your comments and questions below. I think that's all the YouTube stuff to take care of and the podcast stuff. So Todd, today, the next principle, simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. What do you think?
I just think of all kinds of things. This immediately makes me think of the quote by Yvon Chouinard, the founder of Patagonia, right? He, one of my favorite quotes of all time, if you read his book, Let My People Go Surfing, is to simplify yields a richer result. To simplify yields a richer result. Yeah. That's what this makes me think of.
Yeah, I think it's a great quote to guide us here. To me, this is like every Scrum team should have this printed out on their wall. We are here to do the minimal but sufficient and nothing more in order to meet a need and to deliver a usable, valuable increment into the world. My favorite code and part of a product, Todd, is the one that we don't have to write because we don't have to support it. We don't have to retire it. We don't have to maintain it. We don't have to pay for its future. And so we want minimal but sufficient. That is our mantra. If I were to get a Scrum tattoo, the first one would be done. That's the point of Scrum. But the way we get to done is minimal but sufficient. And I think that's just a great mantra for all product development. You want the simplest thing that could possibly work and nothing more than that. Because let's face it, from a lean point of view, I think this is where some of the lean principles come into Agile and Scrum, especially. Anything beyond the minimal but sufficient is waste. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. And like from so many different avenues, from something as simple as I think that the tech world is really caught on to making a very simple user interface that we can use, right? Yeah. Simplifying a user interface, simplifying your design, simplifying your architecture. I even think back to the PSM2 class that we taught when we were teaching in person. You and I were in DC together, and we had a PST that talked about facilitation, and they said facilitation is a great facilitator, simplifies the people's ability to interact. Yeah. Right. And I think of that. I think like anything that you can do to make things more simple, just is good. What a great ending to that.
Well, and I think from a Scrum sense, yes, it is good. And it's usually going to be addition by subtraction, right? What's the simplest thing we could deliver and get feedback on? Go. What's the next simplest thing we can deliver and get feedback on? Go. It allows us to get to value sooner. It allows us to get to done sooner. It keeps us from waste. I mean, this principle, when you really dig into it and understand this idea of minimal but sufficient and the simplest and simplifying of things, usually by removing excess, such a powerful concept. It really helps your teams be successful, even in sprint planning. Let's look at it from a mechanical point of view real quick. If I'm in sprint planning and we have a sprint goal and I know that these three things will be the minimal but sufficient, I don't want to be tempted to pull in number 4, 5, and 6. Let's get those three things done. Let's get them tested. Let's get them integrated. Let's get them to releasable. Let's be successful with achieving our sprint goal. And then we'll get distracted and look at other things maybe, or we move on to that next block of value that we're trying to achieve. But it's this has to be at the essence of your practices, or else, just like our previous video about if your architecture and your technical abilities are poor, agility is elusive. If you insist on working against the idea of simplicity, agility is going to be even more elusive.
Yeah. We learned this in kindergarten, didn't we?
Yeah.
KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Perfect. Yeah. I like it. I'm not sure about ending the show on calling all of our viewers stupid, but we're gonna go with it.
But it's probably not like what they teach kids anymore in school. So
now, I think, in all seriousness, keep it simple. Keep it simple. You silly is what they say
simple,
now.
silly. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, the KISS principle works.
Mm-hmm.
All right. End screen time.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Never miss a video. Click that bell so you get alerted. Tell all your friends. The subscriber numbers are shooting up. We get to 10,000. Y'all get merch. And we're getting there. It's rapidly coming. And right now we're looking at like May-ish, but you could make it sooner. So like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Check out the socials. Share the videos on social media. If there's one that's really helped you, throw it up there on Twitter. Let other people know. For Todd Miller, I'm Ryan Ripley. Go forward, do some great Scrum things, but only the minimal but sufficient. And we will check in with you next time. See you then.